Hi there, it's Tanga. How are you? Hope you're having a good week so far. Now, today, I wanted to talk about the success rate of entrepreneurs. It is a figure that came up in my mentor Dan Holloway's recent video. And, it reminded me that, the odds are pretty much stacked against us. It is only a 5% success rate. That's it. 95% failure rate for anyone stepping into entrepreneurship. And I laugh because, that's even worse than what I thought it was. And the thing is, I think the most powerful message that came out of Dan's webinar was actually you get to choose where you are. That's powerful. You get to choose whether you're going to be in the 5% success rate. Now, I don't know anyone who actually starts this journey with an intention not to be successful. But the analogy that he uses with two people going to a gym, it's probably an analogy that everyone can relate to. And so the first person that goes to the gym decides, yes, okay, I've got to lose weight. I know that it's good for me. I'm going to go down as often as I can, and I'm going to make sure that I work out. I'm going to keep an eye on my diet. I'm really going to give it a good go. Versus the second person who goes down and starts the gym to say, I don't care what this takes. I am going to be successful. I have allocated 1 hour every morning. I don't care what's happening. I am in that car. I've got all of my gear ready. I've prepared it all the night before. I'm jumping in the car. I'm going to be at the gym at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm working out for an hour. I will come home. I've already prepared everything. And I will do that every day until I achieve my results. And then I'm going to increase and improve on that when I get there. Right, and so the question is, of course, which one do you reckon is going to be the successful one? Right, and I'm hoping that you've all said the second one, of course. And the same applies to this journey that we're on with entrepreneurship. What I would like to add to that is my little spin. And I always like to link it with emotional transformation as you're going through change. And it doesn't matter what that change is. The emotional cycle through change is actually mapped out in a way that I guess if I share this with you, I'm hoping that with this added knowledge that you have, you're going to be able to recognize when you're in different stages of this cycle of change, and you can plan towards that as well. So with that being said, I'm going to share my screen and bring up this little diagram that I find is really helpful and really nails how this cycle works, the emotional cycle of change. Now, of course, through these 5 stages to the cycle in this theory, and the first, of course, would be us coming into our new lives as entrepreneurs. We are going to do it. I want to have a better life. I want to be able to travel more often. I want to have more time with my children. This is what we call uninformed optimism. So you're literally coming into this cycle of change with no real idea as to what the cost is going to be to achieve these outcomes. So you're pretty pumped. All right, that doesn't last long, because shortly after that, you start to understand what is actually going to be required for you to achieve those changes. And so you move into the second phase, which is number 2, informed pessimism. And that starts with the comment, wait, does that mean that I need to get up earlier? Does that mean that I need to give up time that I was wasting on social media? all of a sudden, you're now starting to realize what it's going to take for you to achieve those changes and that transformation that you're after. And the very interesting stage that you're at from that pessimism, that informed pessimism, is the absolute valley of despair. That sounds so depressing, right? Doesn't it? But this is where it's absolutely critical for you to understand what's happening there. That's when you go, I don't know if I can do this. I can't find any time. Money's an issue. I can't get access to money. My partner's not supporting me. All of the stories come up for you not being able to achieve it, and then you go back to the first part, uninformed. So you cycle back, to be honest. So you could you decide at this point in time, I give up. It's too hard. I'm not going to be able to achieve those results, or sacrifice the things that I need to sacrifice to achieve these results. Now, it would be fair to say that there is no set time frame. Each of us will be at these different parts of or stages of change for different amounts of time. And my thought is here that the tools and resources that have been provided to us, if you have joined through the six-figure mentors and you're watching this and you're thinking, yep, okay, I'm going through the early modules, one of the things that I'd like you to pay really big attention to is one of the key processes that we are provided with, and this is where it's going to really help you. I'm going to show you that. So hopefully you're seeing this. It's called the 5 things. And these are the 5 things that you need to focus on doing every day. So the first one, of course, is strategic vision and goal mapping. This is where you can visualize what your ideal day is. You can see it, you can smell it, you can taste it. Every emotion is tied up in you achieving this. Remind yourself what your why is, what your ideal day is. You're also focusing on income producing activities. And this is where I con myself into thinking that what I'm sitting down doing right now is directly relevant to generating an income. But you generally find this part is the most scariest part. This is the part that you might be procrastinating in or avoiding. So take note of that. We love that saying, when the rubber hits the road, this is when you're taking action. And that could be shooting an ad, that could be putting a post up on Facebook, that could be speaking to your members. So the third part of the 5 things is investing in yourself. And I've mentioned this on several of my shares before. It is so important that you understand that the mindset you're coming in with and the years of conditioning you've gone through are all around the safety of an employee mindset. And so it's important for you to start stepping out of that mindset. How do you do it? By reading, by listening to audiobooks, by increasing your self-awareness, audiobooks and podcasts, really hone in on the people that you want to become, the things that you want to be able to achieve. Get your mentors, watch them, listen to the way that they talk and the language that they use. And that, of course, leads on to your masterminding, is really surrounding yourself with the people that have achieved massive results. And that is your mentorship that's happening. Those are the leaders that are ahead of you, that can see what's coming, that might be able to really pick up what your blind spots are, being open to learning more about what your blocks are. And of course, teach, inspire, and lead. So really doing that learn, do, teach is learning more, actually putting it into action, and then teaching others that are with you. So really holding a hand out and walking next to people as well, helping people that are also joining you on this journey. So when we go back to how that actually helps in that valley of despair, one of the things that happens here is while you're messing around feeling really crap at the moment, if you're making a decision to move forward, if all you do is stick to those 5 things that leaders do every day, you will start to see results. And this is where you move into your informed optimism. Wow, I'm getting small results. Wow, the action that I've put through is starting to reap some benefits from that. Wow, I can do this. You know, your mindset is changing. You're in this growth stage. You're really starting to see little bits of results coming through, and your momentum starts to build like a snowball. You can start seeing that move, gain momentum. The more you add to it, the more the results are. And you're moving into stage 5, success and fulfillment. Oh my gosh, I did it. We need to celebrate. It's all part of the cycle of change. That's something that I haven't done as well. You know, I get a result and I'll move on and look for more, without actually stopping saying, oh my goodness, this is amazing. You know, the actions that I've put in, despite feeling that I couldn't do this, I still took action. I still did things. I still turned up. I turned up for myself and I turned up for my members. And together we're getting results. And so I hope that that's helped. It is something that you can print off. Just Google it, emotional cycle of change, and you'll get these images come up. And I would suggest that you print these up, you laminate it, and you put it around and just remind yourself where you're at in this cycle. Right, that's a lot. I hope that's helped. I really would love to get some feedback. Pop in a message. Let me know if this has helped you. Let me know if this has maybe provided some clarity for where you're at. And really, I just think when we're making the choice to be in the 5% that is successful, that's us making it through this valley of despair. This is us taking action regardless of how we're feeling, so that we know when we gain back that momentum to come out of this emotional cycle of change, we've got new things coming through, we're getting results, and the cycle just keeps going. So bear in mind, this happens at every level. So as you level up and you start to challenge yourself to a different stage, growth happens again. Okay, all right. I hope this is good for you. Please share what your thoughts are, and I'll talk to you next week. See you later. Bye-bye.